the spaghetti out of the refrigerator and using the really huge utensil, taking big scoops out of the pot onto your plate, where your dad said, "I think that's enough, Amber." That's my first memory of you.
Hello. It's ready. 534.6 pounds.
Ooh. So I have this weird thing where I have to mop with my pants off.
If you're ready to bring me the coffee ice cream instantly.
My mom's mental health has been like in a
Like, this is supposed to be Vlogmas, but I feel like it's like I have to prove everyone wrong, miss.
I am single. I, Amberlynn Reed, am not dating Emily. I am single. That's not a lie.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So, if you haven't heard already, which I'm sure most of you have, Amber has decided to leave YouTube for a little bit. I've actually been too busy in my personal life to watch Amber's live stream, so I'll be doing that for the first time now. But from what I've seen, other creators say she is scared for her life because of the allegations she made against Aunt Tammy. So we will be reviewing Amber's raw footage of her explanation why she is tucking tail and running away.
It's like FaceTiming with a friend. And I know people are going to ask. Romeo was laying on me, but he just got up. So I was like, this is perfect timing to do this. I'm going to wait for people to come in. Who would be watching at this time? I don't even know. I genuinely don't know. I'm going to be taking a break from social media. And I know I usually don't give you guys that like update type deal. And I was like debating back and forth, like, do I say something? Do I not? And people get upset when I don't say something. And there's always like rumors that I'm not allowed to post on YouTube for 2 weeks because I got striked or whatever. Like, that's never happened. It's never happened. Anytime I've disappeared is my choosing. But this stuff with my aunt, like, it's so crazy. Sorry for all the fur. Again, I was cuddling the babies. And this is also because Romeo likes to lay right here. And I'm just like, okay. And then I have to like hold my phone up super high to even like look at it or whatever I'm doing. Oh, he's coming again. So yeah, just this like whole thing with my aunt, like, is insane. It's like, she can speak her truth, but then the minute I speak mine, she's like, see you in court. And I'm like, I'm unwell. I'm genuinely unwell. I've had a slander, if you will, if we want to use that word. I've had slander happen to me for what, 12 years now on YouTube. Never sued a soul. And I'm telling you, the things that people have said about me has been crazy, like crazy. Things that aren't real, things that will never be real. I've never sued a soul. Never sued a soul.
She's saying that as if it's a flex, but she previously told us that the only reason why she hasn't sued reaction channels, for example, is because she's too lazy to do it. So you're kind of giving Tammy props by saying, well, I haven't sued anybody. Yeah, you said you're too lazy to go that route anyways. We knew this all along, but I love how she's self-reporting that she would never actually sue anybody, even though she's big talk, you know? She has a lot of bark and no bite. She's immediately running away after dropping a big allegation against Tammy and saying, I was speaking my truth. Well, Amber, the funny thing about this scenario is not only is your quote-unquote truth extremely serious and not something that you just lightly post on a live stream where you're giggling and cackling like a maniac. Also, what's ironic about this scenario, because she goes into talking about how reaction channels are slanderous, Tammy's been slanderous, etc., etc. What's interesting about this scenario with AMBERLYNN is that I would actually argue that the slander brought against Amber has increased her livelihood. It's increased her profit. Usually slander is hard to prove because you have to propose that you would have made a certain amount of money if X, Y, and Z did not happen. And you have to prove that with evidence. But in Amber's case, funny enough, I think that by being so messy and having reaction channels, undoubtedly has increased her profit. So she actually is a case of the opposite effect of slander. So she can't say this is hypocritical because you actually profit from this, Amber. A regular person, even though Tammy does have a YouTube channel, a regular will suffer. You don't need to worry about the repercussions slander actually brings.
And it's hypocritical. And it's another way to silence me. And you know what? You won. You won. I'm gonna keep my truth. I'm gonna journal it out. You know, one day I might publish those puppies. I know how bad so many people want to read my journal. So, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to me anymore. You know what? I might see her in court. And the thing is, she's not gonna win because there's nothing to win. A lot of people have taught me it's really hard to prove slander, etc., etc. I believe what I said is 100% true. So that is what I have to stand on and what I will stand on. But even before I found that out, which I found this out literally 5 minutes ago, I'm really glad that I have friends who got my back, if you will, for moments like this. Even before I found that out, I was talking to my friend. I said, I am going to take a break from YouTube because mentally, it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it.
I know this isn't a groundbreaking idea, but I also think anytime she says my friend, she's talking about Emily. But did you notice how she snuck that in, saying that even before what happened, you know, her coming on and saying that Tammy was married knowingly to a PDF file, even before that, I was already telling my friend, I'm gonna take a break. It's basically, you can't fire me, I quit.
And I need to just focus on me and my own. And the drama on YouTube is not worth it to me. The drama on YouTube is so otherworldly compared to like my actual true life. And I can't do it anymore. Like, this community is so lopsided. And I'm about to speak about Ethan Klein right now, which ew. As you guys know, I've always loved H3. Oh, after some of the things that I have seen, also my friend told me, I'm like, what is actually happening? But it's like the same people who are like, cancel Ethan for that, is supporting Tammy.
Amber really does live in her own little delusional reality. I think the reason why she is constantly comparing her situation and herself to others is because she really does see herself as superior, and she cannot wrap her head around why certain people get treated better than her, because in her mind, she deserves the best treatment. So it's astounding to her that she can't even get the same bare minimum that the others do, even though the scenarios are literally always different and never comparable. This is the reason why I think she really sticks on that comparison every single time there's some kind of controversy. Also, a lot of reaction channels and people in the audience are actually critical of Tammy and the choices that she makes and the things she decides to share. This isn't total black and white. Like, even myself, I think that Tammy is by far more trustworthy than AMBERLYNN, but that does not mean that I support or agree with everything Tammy does. And of course, Amber is completely misrepresenting what actually happened when she dropped the allegations against Tammy, because she wants to paint the narrative that everyone is supporting a PDF file apologist. But in actuality, people were merely asking for proof and any reasoning as to why she believes this happened. And Amber couldn't provide proof, so she just rage quit.
I'm not calling my aunt a abuser in that way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she was with someone.
Ooh, no matter how nonchalant Amber is trying to act, you can see that she's a nervous girly pop. I have this up on almost 2 times speed, and you can still see her stop and pause, thinking about what words she wants to use. So now that court and lawyer talk is getting thrown around, now Amber wants to be careful with how she says certain things. That's interesting.
It is what it is. Like, I'm only using my voice for other people's voices that weren't able to be used. And if my aunt is pissed about that, then you know what? Be pissed. Like, genuinely. It's crazy that, like, she can say what she wants, and the minute I do it, see you in court, it's off the wall. It's a different type of narcissist.
I really hope that Tammy actually goes the distance and takes Amber to court simply for the plot. That would be so funny to see Amber having to navigate the legal system like that. Even though I'm sure she would ultimately request to just appear over Zoom, I still would love to see that. Can you imagine that trial being live streamed? Holy smokes, so entertaining. Before I forget, I want to point out that she is doing this whole break thing to punish us. We did not raise our torches, our pitchforks, and go for a headhunt. Amber wanted to do a complete Uno reverse card and send all of the energy she's receiving to Tammy, obviously. But she's framing it as, I need to take a break from social media. Amber, what are you going to do For what? She claims she only like sleeps 4 hours in a day. What are you gonna do with all the rest of your time? She says she's gonna be quitting Instagram, quitting YouTube, da da da. Like, you're literally not gonna be able to do anything. Literally anything. If you did that hypothetically. But that's besides the point, because first of all, she would still be on social media, and also she's not doing this because she needs to take a break for her mentals. She's doing this to punish us. She didn't get the reaction she was looking for, and so she's like, bump this, I'm out. Although I do believe that what she's doing is a little bit more complex than just stonewalling or the silent treatment. When you really actually look into the clinical explanations of stonewalling, it's actually more of a subconscious response. I believe that this is way more comparable to operant conditioning through a negative punishment. So negative because she's withholding something. She's taking something away from us, which would be her in this case. So that's why it's a negative punishment. She is intentionally taking away herself from YouTube to punish us. This whole taking a break thing is not going to make the consequences of what she's done disappear. They're still going to be there. I'm sure Tammy's still going to be looking into the legal proceedings. And not only that, but you know that saying, strike when the iron is hot? Amber could continue to be collecting checks. Money would be rolling in if she continued to create content. Her views are up so much if you check, especially the live streams. She's making so much money. So this truly is the stupidest decision she could possibly make for a multitude of reasons.
It's a different type of crazy than I've ever seen. And I want no part in it, genuinely. So I think I'm going to take a break and come back maybe October. So it is going to be over a month, and I think that's what's good for me. And I think that's what's going to be best for me and my mentals. My mentals are important. Everyone's mentals are very important. So yeah, I got to do it. It's going to be hard because, like, I love filming. I love live streaming. I love my supporters, 100%. But I do not love the rest. Like, I hate the drama. I don't have drama in my real life. I hate the dramatics. I don't have any of this in my real life currently. And it's like,
am I just missing something? Or did Amber just say that she doesn't have drama like this in her real life? This is her real life. Those are her family members, aren't they? What do you mean? Oh my God.
I feel like I'm literally Hannah Montana. Like, I ain't got the best of both worlds. I have one real good world and one real bad one. And YouTube is the bad one. So I'm gonna take a break. This girly pop, like, I got permission from my boss. My boss said, go for it. Like, it's up to you. And I said, thank you so much. So we're on a mental health leave. We're gonna have a leave of absence, as you call them. And yeah, I think it's time. Maybe October 1st, I'm gonna come back. I think that's gonna be good for me. And I hope it's good for those who are like literally obsessed with me. Literally obsessed with me. There's so many of you, including Tammy. It's a weird energy. So yeah, it's kind of crazy because I have taken like 2 weeks break, but over a month is gonna be hard. But yeah, people asking about Insta and stuff. No, I'm not gonna be on Instagram. I'm not gonna be on any social medias. Like, I'm not gonna be on the TikToks. I'm not gonna be on anything.
Sure.
I can't. I genuinely can't. I have to choose my mental health first. Like, so many people are like, AMBERLYNN, we just want you to get better. You don't. You love a crash out. Like, you love a crash out. And I just don't want to be a part of it anymore. So I need to, like, focus in the therapies, the Zolofts, the just doing better for myself. I really need that. So yeah, that's just my little update, you guys. I love you, my supporters, of course. I love you guys so much. And I've just realized that no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter what era I am on YouTube, I could be the happiest ever. My Ozempic era, my weight loss era, my nice girl era, my queen era, my crash out era, whatever era it's been, I'm hated regardless. People treat me like trash regardless. And bad things can happen to those who get treated like this constantly. And I'm done putting myself kind of in that position. And I hope with this month of AMBERLYNN kind of just like leaving social media, I hope that maybe some people can also sit back and be like, you know what? Maybe I am a little too harsh with AMBERLYNN. Like, I get that all the time. I get so many DMs of people like, I'm sorry, I realize reaction channels are shit. Like, girl world is insane. They're hypocrites. Like, I get those. I get the apologies. I get all of that. And I love it. But it's like, I wish more people could see that and be like that, because it's a fucking lot. It is genuinely a lot. And people who dissect every last little drop of my life, the people who are making that okay are reaction channels. The people who almost like entice, I don't know if that's the word for it, but like entice harassment and bullying and like just this nonsense of it all is reaction channels. It was never this bad before, but as reaction channels get more mean and boundaries are, stepped over, and boundaries are like stepped over. Sorry, Romeo's just having the time of his life. He just went on my laptop. When tons of boundaries are crossed, like, it's reaction channels that pretty much are like making that happen.
I can see why Amber feels this way. from her perspective, but again, it's just a misrepresentation because, yes, while reaction channels definitely contribute to AMBERLYNN getting more attention from a broader audience, every single reaction channel and every video I have made and I have seen other people make, they always specify, do not send hate to this creator, because none of us want that. None of us want to get in trouble and for other people to do things that ruin the fun for all of us. Nobody wants Amber to actually like be harassed. That's horrible. However, just because reaction channels bring more light to your channel, that does not mean that they contribute to actually bringing hate. That, my dear, you've done all on your own with your own actions.
And it's just a lot because it's communities of people who like, yay, reaction channels, but like, we hate AMBERLYNN. Like, it is so weird to me, and it's just a lot. And you know, one person can only take so much, genuinely. But what's great about life is that people can move on. And if I decide in this month that YouTube is no longer for me, then YouTube is no longer for me, because I am capable of moving on, doing better. I just have to decide that for myself. And for those of you who are like, hashtag clear Casey's name, it's because of my aunt. And guess what? Isn't that slander? Isn't that slander? Because what happened with Casey is real. What happened with Casey is true. Everything I said about Casey is 100% true. And my aunt is saying the opposite of that. So wouldn't that be slander?
She really thinks she's making a point here. But if you compared her income to before and after Tammy came on the internet and started all this drama, you would see that AMBERLYNN's net worth skyrocketed. So she really just doesn't have an argument whatsoever.
Wouldn't that be slander? Yes, it would be. Saying things that aren't true and aren't real, isn't that slander? What my aunt is saying, go to court for, like, it genuinely, my aunt has decided to dance with the devil. She's also supposed to be a Christian woman, a loving woman, don't judge thy neighbor woman, but she's none of those things. She is dancing with the devil. She is literally in a community full of people who are fat phobic, who dox, who harass, who bully, who have literally told me to kill myself. I can't even tell you how many times, who have laughed at my body, who have made fun of me, who have joked about me dying. That's the community that she is placing herself in. That's dancing with the devil, honey. And I'm personally not going to be a part of it. I never have, and I never, ever will be.
Who's going to be the one to tell her that this is her community and she's the one who created it?
And like, I always come on and I'm in such a positive, happy headspace, and then some happens because it's drama that this community gives me, and it's drama that my aunt is giving me, and then I react to that as someone who does have BPD, so I act kind of extra sometimes, like, and then I'm the one who's to blame. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Like, it never will be. It never will be something that makes sense at all, ever, in a million years.
Well, I think we can all agree that never in a million years will Amber understand why it makes perfect sense. So we do have common ground.
I see the hearts, you guys. Thank you so much. Like, it means the world to me. You have no idea. The support. And it's just like, I feel bad for the people who genuinely are here to like just support me. And it kind of low-key sucks because I feel like I'm punishing them, but it's like, I can't just make content for them because I want space genuinely away from the people who would rather see me, like, no Tino shade. This is gruesome, but you'd rather see me in a coffin. There are people who message me that constant. Like, you guys, like, there's as much love as I get in my DMs, I get some crazy stuff in my DMs as well. And people support that. People support the fat phobia, the horrific things that are said to me, because it's a community of people who are not happy with themselves. It's a community of people who are not happy in their lives. Nobody, and I mean nobody in this world who is happy with themselves, truly 100% or even 80%, or happy in their relationships or happy in their lives or their work, would ever sit around and treat someone as badly as I am treated. Period. Nobody.
Sounds like you're talking from personal experience, Amber.
And I'm talking about every reaction channel out there as well. They are miserable people. There are people who act like they're perfect, but the thing is, they just haven't seen the light of day. You just haven't gotten to see their bullshit. And some of it has been shown, but people act like it does not matter. And that's terrifying, because the reaction channel community is literally made to destroy AMBERLYNN. And as long as people are doing that, that is all that matters. And I simply just don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. And that means I have to remove myself, because the haters aren't going to remove themselves. The reaction channels won't remove themselves. I have to do that. I have to do that. And it's the best thing I can do for myself, for my mom, for my fur babies. Like, I genuinely feel like, you know, deep down at my core, I'm this bubbly, happy, positive person. But anytime YouTube is involved, that side of me just disappears. And I know people who love me can tell. Oh, Romeo's laying on my leg. And it's sad, because I was watching Yo Mama, right? And I've never watched, like, I don't agree with Shani, anything about Shani. But Yo Mama was reacting to something that Shani said, and Shani said something about me. Shani said that the haters on YouTube made me not even half as the person that I once was. And when she said that, I literally had to pause the video, and I was like, that's genuinely true. Like, the way that I'm treated has genuinely destroyed me. And I'm not the person I once was. I'm not who I'm meant to be. Because of all the hate, one person can only genuinely take so much. Because then what? Like, genuinely, then what? And it's a lot, and it's hard. And I know I don't deserve even 90% of this. I know I don't. And yeah, it's just a lot. It's genuinely just a lot. So I think that's it. That I'm gonna be gone for a while. So, and I think during that time, I'm going to focus very hard on the right things instead of the wrong things, because that's important to me. I'm just really gonna focus on me and my mental health. And when I come back, I don't know. During that time, I might film something, you know. But I'm not gonna upload until October 1st. I don't want anything new of mine to be on. Sorry, Romeo's not falling asleep on my leg. He's so sweet. I just don't want to upload anything new, you know? So anyways, I'm gonna go. Bye.
I'm still trying to figure out a way to include the chat in my videos, but I wanted to show a couple screenshots from the chat towards the very end of the live stream to show you what the vibe was. People were not happy. They were throwing tomatoes, they were insulting her, they were putting salt in the wound for sure. Like, even her most genuine supporters were even calling her out. So we'll see if this lasts, but one thing that somebody said in the comments that caught my attention as well is she never addressed if she's going to be pausing memberships or not. So that has yet to be confirmed. It wouldn't surprise me if she left that out on purpose, and when she does finally come back, she's going to be like, you guys, I totally forgot, and I was not online, so I didn't see any messages about it. Like, she's just going to collect their money and not post anything, in my mind. So we'll see what ends up happening, but with that being said, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.